Well, the Tesla owners of Silicon Valley have done it again with an amazing event, the California Takeover in San Luis Obispo at the Madonna Inn. I'm Frugal Tesla Guy, and I'm going to share with you my personal experience at the event. Well, it's been over a week since the event, and you've probably seen it all over YouTube and social media. But it, of course, is the second year of the California Tesla Takeover, of course, put on by Tesla owners Silicon Valley. And I got to tell you, they did an amazing job. Now, I didn't have the opportunity last year to go to the event, but I was able to make it this year. So I just thought that I would share with you my overall personal experience and then share with you my overall thoughts with events like these. So here I am at the entrance. It is right here, the Expo Center Arena. Now, if you look behind me here, we got some people coming on in. I actually decided to park right outside the entrance because that way I could kind of avoid the crowd. But yeah, take a look at behind me here. We've already got all the cars kind of lining themselves up, setting themselves up behind us here. These are all the cars that are modded out. Kind of cool to check some of those out. And then behind me here, we've got all the tents, all the different tents out here. It looks like some other people had the same idea as me. You can see some people coming in behind. Just try to avoid the crowd. I'm a big fan of trying to avoid crowds. What do you say? So let's get this party started and see what happens in the second year of the Tesla Takeover, the Madonna Inn in San Luis Obispo. Let's get started. All right, behind me here, you can see I've got the F-150 Lightning and the Rivian. Now, the thing is, I've always been open to other EV manufacturers, and my next purchase is a truck. Now, obviously, the Cybertruck is first on that list. I wish there was a Cybertruck here, but they just couldn't get one. That being said, look at these two cars. Listen, I know people give the Rivian a hard time, and that front end is not the most beautiful. But come on, let's be honest, the Cybertruck's not the most attractive vehicle on the planet either. And on top of that, take a look at the F-150, the most traditional looking truck of the two. And I'm not closing my door on either one of these. The only thing that really holds me back on these two EVs behind me is the charging infrastructure. Tesla's got it nailed, right? We still hear bad things about any charging infrastructure outside of Tesla. That being said, we know it's getting better. So closing the doors on these bad boys behind me? Absolutely not. So as you can see, quite the event. I had a great time. Now, it was quite a long drive. It was about a 6-hour drive for me to get from where I am to San Luis Obispo, but well worth the drive, and this is going to be a drive that I plan on taking next year. Such a big event that next year they actually plan on making it a 2-day event, so most likely a kind of a Saturday, Sunday event. I'm not exactly sure how it's going to work out, but I'm excited for Tesla owners of Silicon Valley to get the 3rd year going, and hopefully, and I'm sure it will be, a great success with maybe even more vendors and more YouTubers and more people in general showing up. So let's talk about some of my experiences out there. Number one, it was really neat meeting some of the other Tesla, or should I say YouTube influencers out there. Just to kind of list off all the people: Sandy Monroe, Kyle from Out of Spec. I actually didn't get a chance to meet with Sandy Monroe, but I've heard he's a great guy. Had an opportunity the night before the event at dinner. I saw him there, but I just didn't want to bother him. And at the day of the event, boy, he was busy. He had a lot of people lined up to meet him, so didn't get a chance to talk with him. But as I mentioned, I've heard he's a great guy. Got to meet Kyle from Out of Spec Studios. Great guy. He traveled a long distance to get there. Andy Sly, he just happened to be walking by, introduced myself, and I was actually flattered that he recognized me and knew who I was. So it was great talking with him. Also flew out to the event. Bearded Tesla guy, drove all the way from Florida. Quite a drive. And in fact, he drove, came to the event, and then right after the event, he started driving back home. So quite a dedication to coming out to the event. So a great meeting, bearded Tesla guy. Of course, met up with Tesla Raj. We've met several times. Brian from Iowa and Tesla drove all the way from North Carolina. He actually came up to me and introduced himself. So it was nice meeting with him and chatting it up. Tesla Tino, all the way from Florida, drove out as well. And what a great guy. Had so much fun chatting up with him. Great sense of humor. So Tesla Tino, look forward to seeing you at other future events. And we can't forget about Tesla Joy. She came up to me the day before the event at the Madonna Inn, right after I was having dinner. And we met for the first time. She gave me a big hug. She was great. She met my wife. My wife loved her. So Tesla Joy, I look forward to seeing you at future events as well. And I also want to mention and say thank you to all of you that came out to me and introduced yourselves at the event. It's meeting all of you that really make doing what I do here on YouTube worthwhile. Knowing that you appreciate what I do because, you know, I've got a job outside of this, and it does require some work for me to make these videos. But to me, it's fun, number one. And number two, it is well worth it, because it is nice knowing that the videos I produce here are helping. So again, great meeting every single one of you that came up to me and introduced yourselves. And you know, if you're coming out to the event next year, don't feel shy, don't feel intimidated. I love meeting all of you. Like I say, I'm a local meteorologist here in Redding, California, and I just love it when people come up to me and say hi and introduce themselves, because again, it makes people such as myself who do this, it makes us feel appreciated for the work that we do to get the information out there. So again, great meeting you, all of you out there. And we can't forget about Tesla Owners Silicon Valley. Had an opportunity to meet some of you from Tesla Owners Silicon Valley, and I have to give you a thumbs up and a kudos to a job well done on the 2nd year of this event, and looking forward to coming out to the 3rd year. Now, with all that said, kind of same subject, and that is you. If you live in an area that has a Tesla owners group, I highly recommend that you check it out, because it's an opportunity for you to learn more about your car. I mean, sure, you'll learn about it from Tesla YouTubers such as myself, but by meeting with people personally, you're in the car together, you're going over the computer steps, it's really a great opportunity for you to learn more about your car. And if you don't actually have one in your town or your city, check out the surrounding area, because you'd be surprised how many of them are out there. And if you don't mind making a bit of a drive to maybe go to one of their events, I think you'll be glad you did, because it again is just a great way to get together with like-minded people who enjoy their cars. And you don't have to be a hardcore Tesla person. In fact, it's even recommended, if you don't have a Tesla and you're thinking about getting one, to maybe go out to one of these events so you can learn more about the car, whether it's the Model 3, the Model Y, the S, or the X. So that's something that I highly recommend. There isn't one here in Reading. I actually have been in touch with another person from Reading. It was actually at the event, the Tesla Takeover. And it was great talking with him. And we plan on maybe getting together and see if we can get a group set up and a Tesla owners here in Reading. So it would be nice to do that. So if you live in the Reading area, be sure to check that out and see where this may take us. We don't know exactly sure, or I don't even know exactly sure if it's even going to take off. Be sure to check out, at least to start off, with the Facebook page. So that's going to do it for now. I hope you all enjoyed this video. It was fun. I had a great time over at the Tesla Takeover, the California Tesla Takeover by Silicon Valley, and had a great time. So thank you all so much for watching, and you know the drill. Like, subscribe, and stay positively charged.